Hello Taurus, and welcome to my channel. This is Awakened Healings with Jess. I'm here to give you your monthly forecast. Happy birthday to all of you who are celebrating this week, who are first up in the Taurus birthday. So happy birthday to all of you. Well, this is an exciting time. We are in your sun season. This is Taurus season. I love it. The Taurus energy is absolutely beautiful. It's very grounding, very feminine, very nurturing, very stabilizing. There's been a lot of focus on our home life, our dwellings, our relationships, which is exactly what we need. We need a very soft, soothing, stabilizing energy, because the month of April so far has been quite the month, especially with Aries, the Aries fire igniting a lot of changes upon us. We had the Libra full moon lunar cycle. We had the two full moons, one in March, and then the last one was in April on the 20th. And that caused a lot of changes. The focus was on relationships and all types of relationships, and it was all about assessing who exactly is in our lives, for what purpose, and if those people were serving our highest good. So really, we were gifted with a lunar cycle to sort of assess who gets to make the cut in our lives. So for those of you who made some difficult changes and closed some relationships, the soothing energy of Taurus is definitely much needed and much welcomed. All right, but without further ado, let's go ahead and create sacred space. So please join me in taking some cleansing breaths and connecting. Okay, here we go. Okay, great. Thank you. There. Okay. So for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. For those of you who are subscribers, welcome back. Thank you so much for your love and support. What I like to do is this is a general reading for the month of May, and it is general, so please take what resonates with you, and note that not everything will resonate perfectly, or if at all. So just leave what's on the table and don't try and fit it into your storylines, okay? But I like to start off with, I do a combination of tarot and oracle. And what I think I'm going to do first is pull from the Queen of the, what is it called? Queen of the Moon Oracle, okay? And this is just to help us get some themes for what's going on. So while I'm shuffling, there's a lot going on cosmically. We have the new moon in Taurus happening on the 4th of May. On the 6th, Gemini moves into Mercury. On the 6th, Mercury moves into Taurus. Right now, it is in Gemini. So that'll help out with conversations and help quell sort of the excitability and, any of the flair for arguments, if you will. What else? The 15th, Venus moves into Taurus. So that'll be lovely for relationships. Right now, Venus is in Aries, and it's not so comfortable in Aries, but what it is doing is it's giving our relationships sort of an excitable, spontaneous type feel. So there's a lot of impulse, a lot of maybe runner chaser happening because Venus is in Aries right now, but it's going to be moving into Taurus, and once it moves into Taurus, it'll have more of a gentler, more balanced approach, with that energy. The 18th is the full moon in Scorpio. 21st is Gemini season. Okay, so lots going on. A lot of the planets, the big planets, Jupiter, Uranus, I believe Saturn is included, and Pluto are also going into retrograde. Have either started or should be going into as well. Uranus is now is sitting in Taurus, and it'll be in Taurus until it's going to be there for a while. Uranus is a planet of awakenings and transformation. So we're going to be feeling a lot of energy to become more introspective with ourselves and really reassess what's going on in our lives. We're going to become a little bit more intuitive and a little bit more discerning with the direction of our lives and new opportunities that we welcome in. When Pluto goes retrograde, that should be happening soon. It's going to go retrograde until Libra. That's also going to have a complementary effect to what's going on with Uranus. So it's not an accident that many of us are experiencing, major cycles, major shifts in our lives. The Aries energy and the month of April was all about closing old cycles, karmic cycles, ending karmic relationships. A lot of these karmic cycles extended years, all the way back to 12. So it's old stuff. It was big energy. So right now, many people are feeling out of sorts. They're feeling like they're smarting a bit, probably in their feels as well. I know these changes aren't easy. I'm also dealing with some stuff too, but it's all in divine timing. It's all in divine order. And, these new cycles are going to bring massive abundance. You just have to trust and believe that, you are great manifestors and you can create and manifest your destiny, and you are in control of your destiny. Okay, so just know that. All right, so let's pull some cards. So self-reflection is one of your themes for the month. I'm not surprised. Like I was talking about how Uranus is going into Taurus, and it's all about awakenings, transformation. Same thing with Pluto. Pluto has that energy as well, to have us reassess and re-examine. Peace. Yeah, I love it. This is exactly what we need right now, with all the changes that are happening, with all the up-leveling that's happening. We definitely need to be at peace with ourselves, at peace with our environment, at peace within our relationships, and just allow these changes to happen. Resilience. I love this because, in all, I feel like many of us were planting the new seeds for our new lives and sort of making those plans to co-create the new, to co-create new opportunities for yourselves. And it wasn't easy to clear the karma, because you have to clear the old in order to allow the new to come in. Think of gardening. You have to clear out the old growth so the new growth can come through. But you have to be resilient, right? You have to allow those changes to happen and be able to roll with the punches and to flourish and to flow and to come back stronger, wiser, more independent, and more open to receiving the abundance that's there for you. Okay, so those are great themes. I really like that. I think that's a great way to open the reading. So I'm going to pull from the Osho Zen Tarot deck. I like to pull. I'm going to do a 5-card spread. First up is Turning In, Four of Water. So I feel like this is reversed, and I feel like perhaps there's some resistance. Resistance to the new changes that are happening, and perhaps some of you be stuck in your minds, over-analyzing, overthinking what's happening, maybe trying to over-plan, and it may not be serving you well right now. But yeah, turning in is definitely a great way to settle down, get still, tap into your energy, tap into the divine source, to receive the downloads and the messages that you need to receive. You can't do it when you can't do it from a mind that's noisy, from a mind that's cluttered, from a mind that is stressed out. Can't do it. But rebirth. Okay, this is the 10 of Clouds. It came in reversed as well. So, this is new, okay? And some of you may not be dealing well with change. You may be a little bit resistant to what's happening, but, and this is all for your highest good. And this is all happening in divine timing. This is what's supposed to be happening. It's happening cosmically. It's written in the stars, these new changes that are happening, these new cycles that are starting. But remember your themes: self-reflection, peace, and resilience. I'm sorry. These just flew out. So, aloneness. This is the Hermit card. It's also the Virgo card. Depression, 10 of Fire, and projections, 7 of Water. Okay, bottom of the deck. Control. And this is the King of Clouds. Big air energy. Maybe you can look at this sort of as like the King of Swords in the Rider-Waite. So definitely up here. Definitely up in your mind. I'm seeing a lot of 10s. You have 2 10s and a 11. Tens are all about completions. They're all about endings. You're in a period of rebirth right now. It's reversed. So this could be maybe something that you're also working on internally. Maybe you're experiencing an internal rebirth of yourself. Maybe you're altering the way you view yourself. Maybe you're experiencing a shift in your self-identity. This could also talk about spiritual rebirth, spiritual awakening. Maybe you're changing religions. Maybe the philosophy of thought you used to follow is no longer serving you and you're having a shift and it's causing some conflict. Because it is reversed, which also means that there could be some conflict. There could be a little bit of blocks or a major block. It could indicate resistance. But you have the Aloneness card. This is the Hermit card in the regular Rider-Waite deck. It's the Even card, so I like the number. This is usually the number of divine timing, divine order. But this is about solitude. This is about turning in. It really is, because the symbolism of this card is about a man he's on a path that's dark, and there's no light source. He's not carrying a lantern, he's not carrying a torch, he's not carrying a candle, nothing. But his path is lit, but it's being lit from his internal light source, his spirit, his soul, his intuition. It's the luminous light from within that is being illuminated from the divine. He's trusting his intuition to guide him through the darkness. Okay? And I feel like right now, you may be called to hermit a bit in this time period, maybe the beginning of the month, because Taurus season is all about rebuilding. Okay? April and Aries flattened all of the old stuff, things that were no longer serving us. People, relationships, careers, homes, maybe not like your actual home, but like maybe the home dynamic, maybe stuff with your family, things were broken down. Old patterns were broken down and cleared out. But May is all about renewal, rebuilding. And I think you're being called right now, Taurus, to hermit in order to get a clear sense of what you want to rebuild and how you want to restructure your life, how you want to restructure those relationships. Okay? So definitely take time to stop and pause, go within, become more prayerful and mindful. You definitely need it, because suppression is the next card that came out for you. This is the Ten of Fire. Could be similar to the Ten of Wands and the regular Rider-Waite. And the Ten of Wands is a man carrying those long, massive, heavy wands around. And, it's all about burden, feeling suppressed. And here, it's about feeling suppressed, all tied up in knots. Let me turn it up right. You have a man in a very tight and closed space, just all tied up in knots, and he has the cords around him, and it's just a very tight, suppressive feeling. And I feel like that's in reverse, so that's what some of you are experiencing. This could be an internal feeling. You feel that internally based on what's happened, based on your karmic endings. The only way out of this is, honestly, is meditation, prayer, and looking for the source of your suppression, trying to understand why you're feeling suppressed. Because suppression is also a form of resistance. It may be helpful to identify what it is that you're resisting and why you feel like you're just tied up in knots. Because, it's going to be a beautiful month. It's going to be very fruitful and abundant for everybody. But if you don't deal with change well, then perhaps, this suppression is justified. Okay, so crowning is Seven of Water. It's just projections. And I feel like what this is talking about you being able to see the people in your lives clearly. Okay? This is about false projections. We tend to show up with a facade, with a mask. We show an external personality to others, but that may not be who we are for real. That may not be who we are in private. I get the sense that you're being asked or being called to show up authentically, to speak your truth, We're in Taurus season. Taurus governs the throat. So I feel like there's a lot of focus right now on our throat chakras and on our communication abilities and about speaking our truth. And we have to be truthful with others so others can be truthful with us. If we're not, we're just gonna be putting on, false masks, false projections, and it's not the real you that's showing up. And if you're not showing up authentically, then you can't expect other people to show up authentically for you. So this is about getting real with who you are and getting real with the people who are in your lives. So you can understand where people are coming from and understand if there's any hidden agendas and see if those agendas are going to work for you or not. Bottom of the deck is control. And this is the king of clouds. So big air energy, very, very much here in the mind. This is about controlling your thoughts, controlling the situation, just trying to control outcome. It came in reverse, so there is there's resistance, and it's not going very well, which may be causing this suppression card, this tied up in knots card, because you are trying to control. You can't do that, Taurus. The more you do this, the less you're going to be able to allow to come into your lives. You may be actually blocking your abundance, and you may impact your manifestation powers. So let's pull from the Rider-Waite deck. What has you feeling, okay, why are you resistant? Why are you resistant to the rebirth? Page of Pentacles came in reversed. Perhaps some of you are dealing with a Virgo. This is also an Earth, this is an Earth card. So Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. But it is reversed. So there is a message of abundance, or maybe a message of, like a financial statement or some sort of financial instrument is trying to come through, but it's reversed. It's slow moving, so it's delayed. Maybe you're just blocking your abundance. It could be as simple as that. 7 of Cups, okay? You'd be feeling like you don't know what to choose. This could also be about illusions. You don't know which cup to drink from, but I feel like this is part of the rebirth, okay? I think if you ended relationships and you have new ones coming in, you're unsure about that and you're hesitant. But sevens are about movement, transformation also. What has you feeling suppressed? Resistance to change. Wheel of Fortune came in reversed. It's this change that is making you uncomfortable. Let's pull one more. Yeah. 8 of Swords. So you're definitely feeling uncomfortable. You're definitely feeling resistant. You're definitely feeling caged in, tied up, and blindfolded. Suppressed. Okay? This is an illusion, though, Taurus. Because if you look, the lady, there's nothing in front of her. There's no swords in front of her. She's free to move. She is free to move. So this is internal suppression. This is all up here in your mind. The fact that it came out reversed suggests that this is short-lived and that these swords are going to be falling out soon. Okay? What's this projections? Let's talk about people. Okay? The projection card is all about showing up authentically and seeing people for who they are and making sure you're showing yourself as your true self. So I feel like this is partnerships and collaboration. Making sure you know who it is that you're working with. I mean, that's 3 of Pentacles. There could be job opportunities, career projects, maybe community service projects, but it's collaboration. And then you have the Chariot as well. This is messages coming in for you. This is also forward movement. So maybe forward movement on a project. But it's just all about understanding who you're dealing with. But honestly, if you can get this squared away, don't resist this Wheel of Fortune. If you resist, it can impact your karma. It can bring about bad luck. It can impact the changes that are trying to come in for you, and it can block abundance. This is going to be ending soon. Both of these. In fact, yeah, both of these should be ending soon for you. Okay, I think that's where we're going to stop there for that. Let's go ahead and pull some of the shamanic oracle cards. Let's see what comes out. Earth. Reverse. This is all about you all getting grounded. Tapping into your own earth energy. to help deal with this will of change, the sorcerer. That has to deal with dark thoughts and your preconceived notions with lack mentality. This could also deal with dark emotions where you may not be aware that you are presenting or expressing emotions of resentment, hatred, vengeance, greed, lust, things like that. Oh gosh. And thunder came through. And if I'm not mistaken, I think thunder literally means like no drama. So, bottom of the deck is the journey. Okay. So for those of you who are new to the channel, I always read from the book. There's a lot of symbolism here in the cards that I want to make sure you all really understand what the cards mean, and then I want to make sure that you are receiving the message that you came here to receive. So first up is Earth. It represents the gift of life. The symbol on this card refers to the body of the planet Earth, the human body, and nature herself. We're reminded by this symbol that all creatures are born of the earth and human beings are stewards of all the life on this planet. It refers to what we make of it, our health, wealth, security, grounding, solidity, and stability. It reminds us that the world of form is a gift from spirit and needs to be treated with respect. Honestly, I sort of feel like this card is like the Taurus card, because everything that this card represents is everything that the Taurus symbol stands for. It is about taking care of the environment. It is about stability. It is about getting grounded and looking after one another. It's about community and just taking care of ourselves and taking care of this lovely planet. Okay, so this came in reversed, and reversed in this particular deck is medicine. So the medicine for you, Taurus, is: do you feel ungrounded or easily thrown off your path lately? It is time to focus on what nurtures you, to open yourself to the healing of Mother Earth and see the abundant world around you. Perhaps you have lost the ability to trust that your needs will be met and have fallen prey to poverty consciousness. Perhaps you have not been eating well, been overworked and stressed, and forgotten to breathe in the beauty of your surroundings. When the spirit of Earth comes as your medicine, you're being reminded that when you practice self-care, take a walk in nature and focus on the consciousness of abundance. Miracles can and do happen. Yeah, so self-care is definitely required right now. Absolutely. You know, especially with the suppression card and, you know, the Wheel of Fortune coming in reversed. There's a lot that I feel has you thrown off kilter, and yeah, gotta watch out, gotta take care of yourself, pray, meditate, and just certainly go within, you know, and just relax. Relax into this energy, relax into the new changes. Okay, the Sorcerer. This is the source of dark power. The Sorcerer represents the destructive aspect of the human psyche and the self-centered behavior that harms others. It symbolizes the conscious beliefs and ideas that foster separation, conflict, and scarcity. Okay, that's what it means. So here's your medicine. Have you been feeling out of sorts because you've been faced with your own character flaws and the pain that you inflict on others when you are out of alignment? Radical self-acceptance is called for now. You must reconcile these darker aspects of your nature so you don't behave irresponsibly and cause more harm to yourself and the ones you love. Yeah. It's time to come out of denial and accept responsibility for your words and your deeds. When you meet the energy of the sorcerer with humility, this destructive power transforms into grace, which you can use in service to the highest good. Perhaps it's time to make amends. Do it. It will set you free from the shadows and let you step into the light. Okay. Forgiveness, making amends, making peace. It's in one of your theme cards too. Came out very beginning of the reading is peace. So yeah, I can put it back. Yeah, that's great. And lastly, we have thunder. Okay, thunder came in reversed. Legends speak of great thunder beings who live in the sky and call for your attention when great occurrences are meant to happen in the world. They warn when tensions in a situation are called upon to be released. Their presence in your reading reminds you of the dramatic moments in life that change everything, both awesome and frightening when thunder arrives. It is also a great wake-up call, one that you will one that you will not soon forget. Sorry. Okay, so this is a wake-up call. Medicine for you. Do you feel like unnecessary drama is waylaying your life? Didn't I talk about drama? It's all about not having the drama. Could you be exhausted from listening to others tell you their never-ending victim story? Or could you be telling yourself a version of the same? It's time for an about-face. You're being warned that to continue on this path will cause you to regret your choices, even if they appear benign or familiar. It's time to say no to drama, both yours and others. Focus on solutions rather than problems. You're worthy of a drama-free life. Okay. I love it. I really like that card because it's true. We don't want no drama. Who wants drama, you know? So make amends, forgive, tap into your earth energy, self-care, eliminate the drama. I think that is your reading right now. Okay. Let us see what's going on with our divine masculines and feminines. I like to pull from the Pure Love Oracle deck. And this is kind of a cool way to check in to see what messages are coming in between the masculines and the feminines. This is for twin flames and soulmates. I generally like to pull 2 cards, so we'll see what comes through. Oops, that one just fell. And the trend that I've been noticing is that there's a lot of reconciliations that are happening. Gosh, they are flying everywhere. Y'all have a lot to say to each other and fast. Okay, so that's 2 for the feminine, 2 for the masculine. So yeah, there's been a lot of reconciliations. I feel like a lot of twins and soulmates who were out of union are now coming back. They're now starting those initial conversations and saying, hey, you know, I miss you. Hey, I love you. Let's work this out. So, okay. Masculine to his feminine. I miss you. But you are not open to love right now. Okay? Feminine to her masculine. You have heart. I feel that we are soulmates. Okay. So, lots of love here. Lots of love. There is definitely separation. The masculine is missing the feminine. But the masculine feels that the feminine is not open to love right now. The feminine is saying that she feels they are soulmates and that her masculine has her heart. So I feel like maybe with all the changes that have recently happened and within Aries season and within the lunar cycle, the Libra lunar cycle, it have caused people to sort of set up blocks and go within, just because if they were releasing karma, and it is karma, you know, it's old stuff. You may not have to deal with the relationship here, but perhaps the separation happened to allow for those changes to happen. This is a time of renewal. This is a time of new growth, new expansion, rebuilding. So I feel like masculine, that maybe you should reach out to your feminine, even though you feel like she's not open, and just sort of initiate that contact, initiate the conversation, and check in with her. Check in to see how she's feeling about coming to the table to at least talk about what happened, because she loves you. You are her soulmate. You have her heart. So I'm wondering, masculines, if this, where you're getting the sense that she is not open to love right now, is because maybe you're in this headspace, this 8 of Swords headspace. This could be your energy being misdirected onto her. So I definitely think that conversations should take place. Yeah, I think it'll be beneficial for this relationship, for those of you that are resonating with this message here. Yeah, this may not be for everybody. I feel like it's kind of specific, but yeah, I think you should definitely do it. So let's pull from the this is the Archangel deck and see what the angels would like to share with us today. Okay, passion. Archangel Haniel is saying, trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career. Usually when we tap into our passions, and that helps spark the creative energy, the creative juices, and the motivation to move forward. Um, Remember why these changes are happening, why these cycles are happening. It's because it's all about the new, and you may be starting new passions, new creative projects. Okay, the counselor, Archangel Azrael, you are a natural counselor, and people benefit from your guidance and reassurance. Taurus, many of you are very nurturing individuals. You govern the throat area, so you're very good with your words. You're very good with people. You're very gentle. So I feel like those of you who are being called to counseling or into the career of counseling, definitely follow that. You all are nurturers. People find comfort in your presence. This could be part of the new passion or your career, something to think about. Okay. Sensitivity. Yeah, that's a pretty one. Archangel Heniel says, you are extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now. I'd agree. Honor yourself and your feelings. Absolutely. And that goes right in line with what we were seeing earlier. Talking about honoring yourself and your feelings. If I can get this card to come up. You have the Hermit card for a reason. Because this is about introspection. This is about solitude. This is about lining up your divine energy. And in the center of the reading was turning in. This is about healing. This is about meditation. This is about aligning yourself spiritually. If you look at the image of this card, it's a woman who is sitting serenely in a meditative posture, and she is not even fazed by all the demons, all the noise, all the crap that's surrounding her. Okay? So many of you are here right now because you are feeling very sensitive. But once you learn to quiet your mind, this energy will become upright for you. And it's healthy energy. And that's going to help you navigate these changes, okay? It's going to make you feel less suppressed and less the energy of Eight of Swords. And you'll be less resistant to the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune can then go upright for you all, okay? So, Taurus, I think we're going to end that there. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for your viewership. To all of new viewers, welcome. To all cross-watchers, welcome. I sincerely hope that this message resonated with you, and I hope that you were here to find the spiritual guidance, the healing advice that you needed. I do release content every Sunday. It's a weekly general healing report, and it's just sort of, weekly advice and guidance, like a weekly check-in, just to sort of see what's going on energetically, to talk about what's going on for the week and how to sort of navigate that particular week. Check out your mid-month. I'll be doing that around the 15th of May, for a mid-month check-in. So, okay, Taurus, happy birthday once again. And have a beautiful month. Have a beautiful new moon. The new moon's exciting. It's all about the leap of faith. So take that leap of faith, okay? Jump into your future. It's going to be beautiful and abundant, and you won't regret it. All right, have a beautiful month and happy birthday. Bye-bye.